Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Alyssa and this channel is about the laws of the universe and how you can use them to attract the life of your dreams and thrive in your human experience. So if any of that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon, smash that like button to get it out to more people, leave me a comment and share this video if you find it useful. So in this video, I'm going to get into the main reasons why you may not be attracting the love that you want into your life and what you can do to make yourself more magnetic and attract your perfect partner in 2022. I know the title of the video says why you can't find love, but of course anyone can find love. There's just a lot of people who are stuck in a state of mind where they feel like they can't. So let's squash that myth. We're going to get into what blocks love from people and what you can do about it, as well as how your love attachment style could be sabotaging your relationships. So if you're excited to get into it, hit that like button and let's dive right in. So one reason that you might not be attracting love is that you're putting it on a pedestal. Everything is energy, right? And if we put something or someone on a pedestal, the energy behind that is suggesting that you are less than, pointing to low self-worth. And law of vibration, if you've seen any of my videos before, you've probably heard me mention self-worth and how important it is to have high self-worth in order to raise your vibration and attract the things that you want. I know that we've placed a ton of importance on finding love, and our Disney programming caused us to feel a lot of pressure towards that, but take it off of that pedestal. Putting someone else above you puts you in a smallness box, and it takes away from your magnetism. Remember that you have some pretty incredible things to offer in a relationship, so start seeing the value in yourself, not just the potential in other people or potential partners. This can also tie into being a people pleaser. If you're a people pleaser, you may tend to put other people's needs before your own, and it's okay to do that sometimes, but there needs to be a healthy balance there. And if you're constantly putting your partner's or potential partner's needs before your own at the expense of your happiness, just because you want to keep them around or make them like you more, that is not a healthy exchange. Plus, it's more attractive to other people to be more authentic and speak up about your needs. That's having self-respect. Subconsciously, the other person can feel when we're just giving them what they want so that they'll like us or approve of us more. Not judging, I've always struggled with this, but it's about awareness and making the necessary changes to move past that and start filling up your own cup. And this segues into the next thing that could be blocking love from you, which is not loving it yourself. Ask yourself this question: are you really unconditionally loving yourself? Or are you loving the idea of someone else loving you more? That's a very important question because I believe that we cannot attract real, secure relationships if we're not loving ourselves, right? We can't expect to keep being accepted by others when we've already rejected ourselves. And by loving yourself, I mean, do you enjoy your own company? Do you take time for yourself, take care of your body, set healthy boundaries with others, learn how to grow and forgive yourself for your mistakes? I talk about the law of correspondence a lot, which states that what we manifest into our realities is a reflection of our deepest beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. So changing how we feel about ourselves and how we treat ourselves plays a huge role in what we attract every single day, whether that's a partner or otherwise. If you're filled with love for others and yourself, you become a magnet for more love. I have some videos on self-love and self-worth, which I'll link below, so check those out if you haven't. But those are two key factors of attracting love, or anything for that matter. Loving yourself and knowing your worth and what you deserve. Another major reason you might have trouble attracting love is your love attachment style. What is that? If you haven't discovered attachment styles yet, sit back and buckle up because some of your relationships thus far are about to make a lot more sense. There's a book on this called Attached, if you want to check it out, but I'll briefly go over the attachment styles and how they affect who we attract as partners. So the three main attachment styles are secure, anxious, and avoidant. You can actually argue that there's 4 attachment styles, adding on fearful avoidant, which I'll get into in a little bit. But your love attachment style is simply how you're showing up in your relationships based on the relationships that you had with your parents or primary caregivers while you were growing up. So first there's secure attachment, which is pretty straightforward. You had a healthy relationship with your parents for the most part, and that carried into your romantic relationships as an adult. So the secure person doesn't seek out relationships in a desperate way. They're comfortable in their own skin, they know their worth, set boundaries, and they understand that they don't have to settle when it comes to finding a partner. That doesn't mean their relationships are perfect, but you get the idea. And in fact, over half the population falls under the secure category. I think it's like 52% of people are secure, which really surprised me. But the second attachment style is anxious attachment. This attachment style can look like someone who has had a rocky relationship with one or both of their parents that led to a fear of abandonment and or rejection. It could have also been that they lacked attention from their parents and they never resolved that insecurity, so eventually it shows up in their future relationships. Anxious attachment can come out through clinginess. The person might get attached to somebody very quickly. They might constantly overanalyze the relationship and start giving off desperate energy if they feel the other person start to pull away. People who are anxious tend to attract more of the avoidant attachment style, which is someone who may have grown up with more dismissive parents to the point where they actually became emotionally closed off and felt like it wasn't safe to express their emotions and really become intimate with someone else. So there's a lot of emotional suppression there, which can really trigger the anxious partners that they attract. So that's more dismissive avoidant, while there's also fearful avoidant, which is slightly different in that the fearful avoidant doesn't want to suppress their emotions. They want closeness and intimacy, but they're afraid to make themselves vulnerable and get rejected. So they put up that wall, which again drives the anxious person in that relationship freaking bananas. And none of this makes anyone bad, okay? We all grew up differently, and it doesn't make you a jerk if you're avoidant, all right? I know it sounds a little more negative, so again, no judging. It's about awareness. If it's not working for your relationships, it's time to look at it and make some changes. Real quick though, I want to hear from you guys. Have you pinpointed your attachment style yet? Comment down below which one resonates with you the most. I am a recovering anxious attachment. Nice to meet you. So as you can see, this anxious avoidant combination doesn't usually result in healthy relationships because they're just feeding off of each other's childhood insecurities that were left unresolved. That's why you see so many couples that are just wrong for each other stay together so much longer than they should. It's like an addiction that's giving them this certainty and familiarity from their upbringing. And we all know how much the ego loves certainty and familiarity, right? So they just keep running these same patterns from childhood. I'm telling you, so much of what we attract in relationships has to do with how we grew up and were cared for. So secure people attract each other, so let's just get that one out of the way. And while anxious can attract anxious and avoidance can attract avoidance, it usually doesn't work for very long because it's like trying to push the same sides of two magnets together and make them stick, but there's just too much resistance there. And given enough time, this can actually cause one of the people in that relationship to change attachment styles. So for example, if two anxious people get together, one of them can turn avoidant towards that person just to switch up the energy dynamics to match their childhood. This is all subconscious. We don't know that this is happening until, again, we become aware of it. So the goal here, I guess, is to just work on becoming secure. I talk a lot about inner child healing and shadow work. And if you haven't started any of that yet, I'll link some videos that could help you get started. But it's so important to dig into your past and see what's blocking you and rewrite that story about it. What did it teach you? How can you apply those lessons to your future relationships in a positive way? More importantly, what red flags can you now recognize in potential partners as a result of becoming aware of this? Look at your pattern and make a decision to change it. So I know I spent a lot of time on attachment styles, but hopefully you can see why it's so important to understand where you're at with that. And to quickly sum up on what else I rambled about today, it is crucial to put loving yourself over the importance of someone else loving you. Take finding love off of a pedestal, take yourself out of that smallness box, and understand your value and true worth. Drop the excessive people-pleasing just to get the love and approval of partners or potential partners. Start filling up your own cup more and be authentic to your needs. And figure out that attachment style so that you can become aware of the types of relationships that you've attracted so far and how you can become secure to then become a magnet to true unconditional love in your life. So I truly hope that this video helped you understand why you might be having trouble attracting love and what you can start to do about it. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button so that more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment and share this video if you found it useful. But thank you all so much for being here today. And as always, please be safe, much love, and I'll see you next time.